Hi guys, welcome to a video. This is the review of 2021 Yamaha R1 in Raven Black. We're at this nice location in Country Road somewhere on a lovely beautiful day, so I thought I'd do a little review and sort of 1 year review of this bike, because it's coming up for a year of ownership now. It's been, well, it's about a week off, so yeah. First of all, I've got to show you this. I haven't been up here for years and I forgot this river was even here, but look at this. This is a massively overgrown river, and I just saw, as I come here, a massive great big fish just down here in this little corner. He's probably still there now and I just can't see him, but it was huge, like at least a foot long, and that is only about a foot deep. So, you know, size perspective through water and that, I know, you know, things can look bigger, but that was definitely a big, like, barb or a big chub or something down there, because he was a big boy. But either way, back, no one wants to know about fishes. Back to the motorcycle in question. Oh, let's get out the way of the car now. Just let the car pass. So this thing's an animal, guys. If you're ever thinking about getting one, just do it. I mean, they're so much of an animal that, yeah, they are for the very experienced rider, but with all the electrics and things like that, they're also very rideable, so they're not something you should be terribly scared of. I mean, obviously A mode, crank it, it's gonna fly. Sorry, I noticed a little issue there with my camera. I've covered up the number plate just to avoid legal issues and any of the jazz. Oh, Baron von Gramble's sticker there. So, but yeah, it's fairly standard. I've put some back levers on. These are Evotech levers, pretty good, folding and all that. I've got the Ritsoma mirrors on there and a Puig screen, or Puig, or however you want to say it. There's just some wheel stickers, and the main thing is this carbon titanium exhaust. I'm going to have to stop the video. Yeah, so M4 Street Sayer carbon and titanium exhaust on there to get rid of the decats. You do need to obviously remove the valve system, and the motor is up in the seat here, and that takes a little eliminator plug that you can get from Heel Tech for about 20 or 30 quid, something like that. We've got our fender illuminator on here, and our hidden indicators that just attached to the fins of the back end there, which is quite nifty. I like to run me Pro Taper grips on pretty much every bike I have. That's just an old thing I like to do. These are about 190 odd horsepower, I think they say they are, and around the same sort of weight. I think about 197 kilos, maybe just over 200 or something with the standard exhaust system, and the standard exhaust system is very heavy. So once you've taken that off and got a more lightweight thing like the M4, then it's it saves quite a bit of weight. Now I'm going to run you through the screen. So I've noticed on quite a few review videos they never seem to do this. Now you've got an array of buttons up here, which, you know, you may or may not be intimidated by. They're all pretty simple. So if I turn on the ignition, you run through a little start sequence here, and then you've got a white dashboard for daytime and a black one for nighttime. Now I'm trying to get myself in a more comfortable position for this. There we go. Now you've got a toggle switch here. It's quite simple, quite easy to use, and if you're just flicking through it, obviously it flicks through your trip, air temperature, coolant temperature, average fuel, your mileage. See, I'm on 954 miles at the moment, so it's quite good. Now you'll notice down the bottom here you've got modes. So I run mine in B mode most of the times. A is just absolutely spastic. It's, you know, it goes to jail very fast if you play around with A too much. So is B, to be honest, but B is just a little bit softer. C is alright, you know, I'd use C if I was caught out in a loads of rain or something like that, but let's say I'd only be using it to get home pretty much. And then you've got D, which is pretty much like 600, so you know, it's more like a mode for someone learning to ride the bike who's very intimidated by it. Just fling her in D mode straight away, and you know, it'll be a very tame bike. So to flick through these on the you can't do it on the fly, unfortunately, but when you stop, it's this mode button here. Now if you flick up and down on the mode button, it just changes the mode. So you've got A, B, C, D, blah blah blah, and then if you click the mode button, it moves it along to the next thing. You can change the power up and down, and you can change your traction control, stability control, engine braking, blah blah blah. So yeah, you can sort of like custom set it to your own things basically. So into the main menu, push and hold this menu button, and then what will happen here is it just goes like this. First thing, display mode. You've got street mode, which is what I was in, so exactly the same screen as what you've just seen. And if I select track mode and come back out of this by pushing and holding the toggle switch, oh no, sorry, oh yeah, you push and hold the toggle switch, and there you go. Now I've got a lap timer. Your lap is controlled by your flash button. Coolant temperature, yeah, you can custom change these to say like different things, like, you know, if you prefer it to say like your ambient air temperature or something like that. You've got your revs that start from 8,000, a bigger gear indicator, smaller speedo. So if I come back out of this, I'll put it back into track mode, sorry, street mode. So then we're now back into street mode, which is, as you can see, rev starting from the bottom, all your useful info, blah blah blah. You do have a braking gauge here. I'm squeezing on the front brake now, harder and harder. That just shows your braking force, and then next to it is a G meter. So if I rock the bike forward, you can see it shows me how much the bike's been leant forward on. Now it also does it for the other way as well, for acceleration, like, you know, the G-force, but you know, to be honest, you're not really looking at the screen when you're flying up and down the road. So then you've got your YRC settings. Now this is the where you fine tune all your power and ABCD mode settings. So as you can see, I'm in B mode, and if you scroll along here using the toggle switch, you can adjust all these individually, and all you have to do is push it to select and then adjust up and down. And as you adjust up and down, you'll notice that 2 is grayed out, because that is basically showing you the default setting of where it should be for that mode, like B mode. You'll come back out, you click again, and you've got traction control, speed control, stability control, launch control on or off. You've got your quick shift on or off. Sorry, no, the quick shift on or off is there, and then there's 2 settings for it. I don't know what they are because I've never fiddled around with it, but I'd imagine it's something like auto blip and up, and then number 2 is just up or something like that. And you've got your lift control, which is obviously your wheelie control. With no wheelie control on at all, these bikes are animals. They just want to lift. That's all they want to do is lift. So unless you're a very experienced rider and pretty hardcore, I would just leave it on at least one of the settings. I currently at the moment struggle with wheelies a bit myself, even though I'm on a massively powerful bike. I am learning, so I just leave it on for now. To be honest, my lack of skill stops me from wheeling, so you know, I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Then there's your engine braking, and then your brake control, which is basically ABS during cornering, and that's that. Then you can just go through all those and custom tune those how you want. And you obviously got your lap times, logging I can't get to, I think it's just for the R1Ms. Then you got your maintenance, so you got, you know, service maintenance intervals and stuff like that. Units, you can change your units, mile, kilometers. Wallpaper, I think this is just choosing between the black screen and the yeah, it's just a black screen night and day mode. Shift indicator, you can change all your shift indicator settings in here. You can turn the you can turn it off, you can change how the bulb, you know, lets you know whether it be a flash or just on. You can adjust the revs at where it starts, where it stops, all that. You can adjust your tack settings, so where your green and orange parts show, and all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to run through it all, so I spent ages setting it all up for how I like it. Peak rev indicator setting, so you can either have that on or off. Recommend you have it on. And display settings, so you can, if you want to change display settings, if you want to have a different display, you can save it under these, and so you can have multiple different display settings. Is the easiest way of, see, you know, like you can fiddle around with all that, and it'll, depending on what display setting you have, will be which car's coming, so it's going to make a noise. Depending on which display setting you have is to what custom settings you set to that, if you see what I'm saying. Brightness, fairly self-explanatory. Clock, which I do have to adjust because mine is totally wrong. Took the battery out of it the other day. So, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, it is simple. So I think this memory card is becoming rather full, so I'm going to do get on the road now, and we'll go from there. Give you a little ride about. So yeah, let's do that. Right guys, we are ready to go. Just to let you know, this isn't a professional review or anything. I am far from majorly experienced with riding bikes, and I'm just giving you a little taste of my opinions and thoughts and findings of a year of owning a B3L new shape 2021 R1. So we're going from there. Here we go. We're gonna get on her, get her going. I'm gonna stick my little tab on just to avoid okay, just to avoid people putting an end to my fun, even though I am not one of those guys that goes out flying around like a fucking madman. I like to go and have a little bit of fun, and that is it. Yeah, I try and keep to these speed limits, especially when I'm filming and things like that. Don't want to incriminate myself, but either way, this is about the bike, this video. Now, to be honest, I don't even think the first video is going to go out. I've rambled so much. These always seem like they are lazy to start. But yeah, they got a tiny battery on them, so it's not too bad, because I have been out on it today, and you know, so she is fairly warmed up and charged up and stuff. So right, we're in B mode. A mode is just spastic, C mode is really for the rain, and yeah, apologise if my breathing sounds a bit heavy. My microphone is right next to my mouth. I try and keep it away as much as possible, but my helmet is an AGV K5 or something like that, and it's really close to my chin, so you just have to put up with my breathing. Just wait for these cars to clear. We shall go for a little ride, and yeah, hopefully you can hear me over my exhaust. It does popple and crack quite a lot, so yeah, let's get on with it. I've still got a headache, so this might not be that all long of a video. Now, you find yourself when riding around town or slower roads and stuff like this bike just lives in first gear. I mean, it's a first gear bike, so you know, we're in second now, but you know, I'm in a bit of a faster road, so you get used to riding a bike around in first gear if you're going to have one of these. They're aggressive. They are very aggressive. If it wasn't for the electrics that they have, you'd find yourself probably coming unstuck quite a bit, and you'd probably see quite a few more crashed big bikes like this. The power that these things have got these days. I mean, I had a 2002 5PW R1, and that was fast. But this thing is on a different level. These modern bikes are on a different level, and I mean, I'm no pro, but you've got to know how to ride, or at least be sensible and value your life, you know, because they can take it away pretty damn fast, I think. Yeah, I don't want to be you know, no fun Nancy or whatever it's called, but like, you know, seriously guys, seriously, like, they're not to be fucked around with. Pulled away in second there, but yeah, he just doesn't even notice it really. Like, you know, there's so much power behind this thing, and the throttle is so twitchy. You can just go whenever you want, and you know, that's it. It's done with. The overtake is just gone. The noise is phenomenal. The sound is addictive. The pull is addictive. You feel yourself gripping on with every fibre of your body, mainly your legs and your ass, because you feel like your hands are just being ripped off of the fucking handlebars sometimes. Yeah, you've really got to be posed right already, sat in that solid, nice, firm position. For it to work out. You know, it really is ferocious in its power delivery, and like I say, if you've got wheelie control off, it's pretty much unrideable unless you're very, very good at wheelies. You know, unless you're very good at wheelies. It's fast, so with wheelie control off, it just bucks up as well as being fast, so you've got to deal with all that fast with your front wheel in the air, which means your main brake's in the air, because the back brake on these, it ain't all that, to be honest. I'm a back brake rider. I ride with my rear brake quite a lot, and this one is pretty vague. It was near non-existent when I first got the bike, and I just thought, well, it needs to wear in, it needs to bed in. It's a brand new bike, you know, give it a chance. I have stamped on this thing, stamped on it constantly, and it's only, you know, it's only improved a small amount. We're stuck in a bit of traffic here until I can find a decent road to get get down and out. I thought I'd come to the bigger roads because, you know, you people want to watch a review on an R1 video, they kind of want to see it moving, right? That's how it works, isn't it? Oh, I can go down here. Oh, this will be good. Yes, I know. Bo Peep Lane. Yeah. See, this is a little narrow, but it'll take me back to some bigger roads which are better. Sketchy little roads these are. But the bike takes it well. The suspension's quite stiff. I have softened it because I am quite light. I'm just under 13 stone, something like that. Oh, so she does bounce me around a bit, even now. Oh, especially down these roads. My arse just lifted off the seat a good couple of times there. And you gotta be careful of fucking gravel. Yeah, so they handle very well. They're very light, very small for a 1000cc, but for a 1000cc bike, it's almost pointless talking down here. For a 1000cc bike, they are very light, very small. There's a branch sticking out in the road there. And you whack my shoulder on it. Yeah, I know where I am. Sort of. Look at that view. Look at it. So you can fine tune all the engine braking and stuff like that, so it's lesser or more. I'm currently not doing anything. I'm sat on it like I'm sat on a cart, you know. I'm steering it. Now I'm braking a bit, but you know, it's a very user-friendly bike as long as you know your limits. And yeah, you can push those limits slightly and squeeze that throttle a bit more from time to time, and it's not going to bite you, you know, but at the same time you're going to be astonished with how fast and the sound and how they deliver that power. They're not the fastest 1000cc bike by far. They are not the fastest 1000cc bike by far. They handle brilliantly, so it's arguable whether they're one of the best handling. It's definitely arguable whether they're one of the best sounding. In my opinion, yes, they are. It just sounds like a MotoGP bike on the road, which I think is just fantastic. I'm being bounced around like a fucking pogo stick here. It's unreal. I really need to sort out these suspension settings, I think. It just seems so stiff. But then again, it has still only done under 1,000 miles from new. But, you know, I'm fairly used to it. I'm used to it into the sense that I know enough to know that it's not for the faint-hearted, and very much to be respected. Don't ever yank back on that throttle unless you fully know what's going to happen, or what's in front of you. because sorry, I had to shut up a bit there. It's about half throttle. That was a 5.0. The 5.0. So guys, yeah, also want to mention the seat is quite hard, but that's been done on purpose, so you can feel every little bump and movement and twitch in the back end through your arse. So yeah, if you desire comfort, or at least a bit of comfort, then you might need to do something about that. At the moment I can handle it just fine, and it's not a bike to be riding like long distance anyway, you know. So this about wraps it up, guys, I think. Let's see if the footage is good enough for me to put out there. I mean, I don't even know. It's been a long while since doing these videos, and to be honest, I feel very alien doing it at the moment, and you know, worried about not giving decent content, ends up not giving decent content. So I've at least, if it's a bad video, I think I've at least got to stick it out there and learn from it. So yeah, this is my review. I will say a couple of other things about the bike. I mean, they're well worth buying, just for the noise alone. I mean, they're fantastic, they really are. The quick shifter is like butter, even in the slow speeds. You know, it's basically as soon as you're rolling, you don't need that clutch anymore, up nor down in the gears, and that's nice. You know, it really helps. It's one of the best bits about the bike, really, to be honest. See, just there, you know, right on a split-second decision was a little stamp down on a gear and accelerate, and out I go. Yeah, no fucking around with a clutch. This is the road I wanted. Oh no, I can't go down there. No fucking way. Not on that gravel. That is dangerous. There's a crash waiting to happen. Gay boy. Gay boy in his Mini. He didn't stall though, did he? Can't out of the way, mate. It's a good boy. Right guys, so we're going to leave it at that. Yeah, hope this video is sort of alright. I know it's not really a proper review, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not used to doing these videos at the moment. I want to try and get back into it. It's something I really want to try and push forward. So thoughts in the comments below, and please like and subscribe, and I will hope to see you on the next one. Thanks very much guys, see you later, bye bye.